Is it possible to use a leaf as a button to sense touch? And how about tapping a glass of water to play a Flappy Bird knockoff demo? Sounds kinda crazy at first, but then I realized our phones don't use physical buttons either, ignoring the volume buttons of course. Instead, the screen works by using capacitive touch. When my fingers make contact, tiny electrical charges are disrupted. Not enough for me to sense it, but that slight change can actually be picked up by our phone. This works because your finger is slightly conductive and can act as an electrode, which when placed between the screen's electrodes is basically a capacitor. Two conductors separated by an insulator, the glass screen in this case. The system detects that change in capacitance at that point, giving us touch sense. So what about a leaf? Well, like lots of living things, including our fingers, it's got a bunch of water and electrolytes inside, which makes it slightly conductive. And we can actually see that it's conductive enough for us to use it as an extension of our finger, and change the capacitance, slightly increasing it since we essentially add our capacitance from our hand in parallel with the leaf. Now to measure this, our microcontroller, an ESP32, actually comes with touch pins. The touch sensor charges and discharges the touch pin within a fixed time and counts the number of charge-discharge cycles, giving us the raw data, which will increase when we add capacitance by touching it, and we can use that raw data to act as our trigger. Streaming the data wirelessly, we can look at the raw data, and we do in fact see a change when we make contact with the pin, using it as a trigger for our touch. Hooking up an alligator clip to attach random objects, we can adjust the threshold from the raw output and continue to detect changes when we swap out the contact plate with, well, anything that's conductive. I'll go ahead and grab a leaf from before and clip it on. Since adding objects will change our resting capacitance, I'll need to adjust our trigger to account for the change in the default data. And after doing so, it looks like we're able to reliably detect touch using a leaf. And now, for a very critical test, I will then use the button to play Flappy Bird cone added onto our web access point, and see if we can score at least 10 points. Looks like the button seems to be functioning. Now in theory, we should be able to use any object that's at least slightly conductive, such as say, a metal ruler. Now at this point, we've been dealing with all solids, but I was wondering, since tap water has minerals in it that make it slightly conductive, couldn't we turn a fluid into a button? So I grabbed the metal rod and dipped it into our glass of water to act as an electrode. And after some adjustment, we were actually able to use a glass of water as a touch sensor. But for the real test, we'll need to see if we can beat our high score and get some more touches in. Now that was pretty interesting, and it was surprisingly responsive. So now I wanted to see how large could I make the touch plate, so I decided to fill a sink with some more tap water and see what would happen. And while the change definitely looks smaller than before, I still think there's enough of a difference that after some adjustments, we might actually be able to turn our sink into a button. But let's see how responsive it is by trying to use it to play a game. And it seems like we might have reached our limit with the button feeling less responsive than before. And although it could be a skill issue, I'm gonna blame the lack of high score on the fact that my controller is a sink full of water. Overall, I still had a lot of fun trying to turn random objects into buttons, and with that said, thank you for watching.